We need to destroy a target in 3D space. Uh-oh. In this program, you are firing a weapon from a spaceship in 3-dimensional space. Your ship, the Starship Enterprise, is located at the origin 000 of a set of XYZ coordinates. You will be told the approximate location of the target in 3-dimensional rectangular coordinates, the approximate angular deviation, oh god, from the X and Z axes in both radius and degrees, and the approximate distance to the target. Given this information, you then proceed to shoot at the target. A shot within 20 kilometers of the target destroys it. After each shot, you are given information as to the position of the explosion of your shot and a somewhat improved estimate of the location of the target. Fortunately, this is just practice and the target doesn't shoot back. After you have attained proficiency, you ought to be able to destroy a target in 3 or 4 shots. However, attaining proficiency might take a while. Program author is H. David Crockett from 5609 Wimbledon, not Wimbledon, but Wimbledon Way in Fort Worth, Texas. You know what, Kaggle? The good thing is it doesn't look like it'll be that bad because the target isn't moving. The problem with the other game that requires trigonometry proficiency is that A, you weren't told how far away it was from you, and B, it was constantly moving. So even though you were given the distance after each shot, then it would be in some totally new place after that. But I think this should not be as bad as the other one. This may be doable, but we'll see. Oh, Cora, are you from... Yeah, that's right, Cora. You're from Texas, right? Are you from Fort Worth, then? The Metroplex? I have a friend who moved to Dallas. Must be a couple of years ago now. He does training for... Oh, yeah, you know, actually, I wonder if that changed for him now. He was oh, no, you know what? He changed jobs, that's right. He was working for Virgin America, but then he changed. I think he's working for some financial services company there. He does, like, corporate, like, training. So he travels and does, like, workplace training. But he's, like, an in-house trainer for them. I don't know. Interesting. Okay, you're not really from there, but, you were born there. Nice. Cool. Yeah, so you're from the Metroplex. All right, let's see what we're dealing with here with Target. Alright, so you are the weapons officer on the Starship Enterprise, and this is a test to see how accurate a shot you are in a 3-dimensional range. You'll be told the radian offset for the X and Z axes, the location of the target in 3-dimensional rectangular coordinates, approximate number of degrees from the X and Z axes, and the approximate distance to the target. You will then proceed to shoot at the target until it is destroyed. Good luck. Oh, really, Doria? What about Austin? Everyone seems to, at least non-Texans, seem to like Austin the most, followed by San Antonio. My sister did live in San Antonio for 2 years, so I did visit her there once. I spent most of the time kind of on the outskirts of the city in the suburban area, so I didn't really get a real feel for the city itself, but, you know, walked around the Riverwalk and so forth. It seemed nice, but I just didn't get long enough exposure to it. Oh, you're in San Antonio. Nice score. I just wish I could have experienced more of the city. Really, yeah, way too crowded. Yeah, the definitely the traffic, the congestion seemed kind of not the best. But I think we went into the city on like a random Tuesday night, and it wasn't too bad. All right, radians from x-axis 0.76, from z-axis 4.09. Target sighted approximate coordinates are, well, okay. Estimated distance, oh god, yeah, 86,880 units, I don't know. We just say meters. Far West Texas, that's true. I mean, Texas is a large enough state where, depending on where you are in the state, it could be quite different. From West Texas, East Texas, the hill country. The only areas of Texas I've really been in, you know, San Antonio and the surrounding hill country, and then, believe it or not, North Texas through Amarillo, which probably isn't the, you know, it's not even Lubbock. Northeast Texas where it's at. Yeah, and then you also have like the Gulf Coast area around like what, Galveston and so forth. Houston and so forth. All right, so the input angle, deviation from x, deviation from z, distance, question mark. Rename. Let's just quickly consult the sample run to see how this would work. Yeah, I mean, I was an Amarillo at like H10, so I don't really remember too much of it. Nor could it really make much of an impression on me. All right, how are they expecting us to answer this? Okay, yeah, we just put it in commas. Okay, to offset. So we're just firing the... I guess we're firing the shot. How do we determine... Ah, that's right, so you're stationed there for the military, yeah. Okay, yeah, I guess we're gonna have to feel this out for how this will work. All right, let's just try something. So this is weird though because I see we're doing the angle. I see, not how far we want the shot to go. Well, actually, it does ask for that too, the distance. But first, we have to do the angle, which is -51. Radians? Oh god. Right? Does anyone remember what a I mean, I know what the radius is. What is a radian? I mean, I remember that term, I just don't remember what it means. Alright, it's a unit of angle equal to an angle at the center of a circle whose arc is equal to in length to the radius. Okay, yeah, so we're starting from the origin, which is 0, 0, 0. That's where we are, and we're shooting from. So 1 radian is equal to 57 degrees. Oh god. Alright, maybe this is diving a little bit into trig. Here, let's go to Math is Fun. That's probably a good website to be learning about this. Alright, so the radian is the angle made when the radius is wrapped around the circle. Okay, that kind of makes... Wait, does it make sense? So here's the radius. We know what that is. And then the radius... I see, so you're just taking the same radius and then you're wrapping it. I see, and then you're just making it curved. You're just applying the same distance, but to the circumference of the circle. Got it. So it's still the same length, the radius, and then you're just taking whatever angle that is, and that's the radian. The 1 radian is 57 degrees. That's going to be the same for every circle. The radian is a pure measure based on the radius of the circle. Yeah, so I don't think the actual distance of the radian matters. In a half circle, there are pi radians, which is also 180 degrees, okay? How many radians in a full circle? 2 pi. Yeah, it makes sense if it's pi radians in one circle. Alright, fair enough. So, with that in mind, the radians that we enter here in the game should not equal above 6.2, roughly. But they're not asking us for radians. I see, okay. So radians from the x-axis is 0.76. So if we're bringing up our old friend here again, I mean, it depends where our starting point is, of course, but they're asking for the angle deviation. The radian offset, is that like... So they're giving us 0.76 radian offset. So would that be like... And it depends on your starting point, but is that like 0.76, like roughly here, and that's the angle? Oh yeah, it's weird for you too, Vorpal? Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one. Man, it's been so long since I dealt with any of this. So let's just assume for the moment that they're telling us to, like, it's roughly there, coordinates. Alright, and then what is the y radian? Oh, from the z-axis. Oh shit, yeah, right. It is three-dimensional space. 4 radians. Okay. They do give us the approximate coordinates, but I don't know how... Negative 51,000? Seriously? Alright, estimated distance 86,000 away. Alright, whatever. Let's just throw in something and then see how this works out. Let's just do 1 radian. 57. Actually, this is degrees, right? 57, I don't know, 180. Distance? Well, you said the estimated distance was 86,880, so let's do that. Alright, radians from X axis. Why did that change? Shots in front of target. Shot to left of target. Shot below target. Always in terms of pi, okay. Alright, so the estimated distance is fine. So, you know what? We may be able to get away with not actually knowing any formulas and just kind of feeling our way and getting closer and closer to this. So in front of target means relative to the z-axis, I imagine. We're now 3.14, which is like pi radians away, I guess. Or that was our current shot. I don't know. Did the object move, or are they telling us how far away our shot was from hitting the object? The target. Shot below target, okay. It seems like we're the farthest away in front, so the z-axis was the furthest away. So let's try keeping everything constant, but the z deviation angle. Approximate, approximate position of explosion. Okay, this is actually helpful. 0.557, y, z, negative 1,000. And that should be negative 50. Okay, the y, yeah, see, x and y were completely off. At least z was in the relative ballpark. So I think this angle deviation, well, it depends what the distance is too, I suppose. That's a good point. Alright, let's try 180, 270. Let's try decreasing the... Actually, no, increasing. Since it's a negative number. We'll increase the distance to... Let's try negative 50,000, see what happens there. Oh, shit, I put negative 5,000. Oh, we blew ourselves up. Oh, jeez. Okay, that's not good. Here's the death. All right, we got to start again. Yeah, I did it too close, so that's within 20 kilometers of ourselves, so we blew ourselves up, because I did negative 5,000 instead of negative 50,000. Probably because I couldn't see what I was typing. We need to decrease that. Alright, so we do have a new target here, the next target. We're 5 radians from the X, 0.46 from the Z. Yeah, 5 radians would be, if we bring up our old primer here. Yeah, so this is what, Vorpal, you were talking about. Yeah, radians relative to pi, so pi over 4. So yeah, 5 radians would be like, yeah, somewhere in here. Maybe that would be like, if this is 0 degrees, counterclockwise, 180 would be here, 270, and then 360. So this is like a little less than 270. Maybe we'll say 260 degrees to roughly 5 radians. Yeah, let's try 260 degrees for our X angle deviation. Distance from Z, 0.46 radians, which is like what? That's obviously less than 1 radian. Like, let's say roughly half a radian. So like half of, let's say 56, right? Would be, 20, let's see, 25, 28. Yeah, 28 degrees. Let's try 28 degrees. And the distance, estimated distance, 49,000. And let's just start at 49,000, see what happens with this. All right. Why did the radians change? That's what I'm wondering. Okay, shot behind the target, 10,000. Alright, we're a lot closer than we were with that first target. At least with the first shot. Position of explosion was... I see. Oh, so here we can... So they're giving us the proximity of the explosion in both terms of kilometers, the distance, but also in terms of like the units on the chart, which is negative 3,995. So I'm wondering whether we could just use either one of those to figure out how close we need to be. All right, and they said we were 43,000 away. That's from the Z, though. Okay. Distance from target, 10,000. Okay, so let's try, let's see. The x-axis would be, so we were too far to the right. So I think we shot this at what, 260? Let me just keep this constant because I want to see what effect the angle deviation from x has. Let's go down to 230. Keep everything else constant. Let's see how that changes things. Okay, we went from right of target 1000 to left of target 3000. Okay, so I think it's fair to say then that we need to be between 230 and 260 with the x angle deviation. Let's go probably closer to 260. Let's go 250. Shot to the right, 738. All right, so it's a little lower than 250. Let's try 247. Okay, still a little bit right, 246. 136, okay. Fine, let's go 244. 245? Must be 245. To left of target, 18,793? Oh, because I put 4,900. Got it. I didn't put enough zeros. Okay, 29 kilometers. That's pretty damn good. Are we allowed to put decimal points as far as the angle? Let me quickly consult the sample runs here. No, I think those are those commas? I can't tell. Commas or periods? Yes, you can. You can do that. All right, that makes sense. Because we want to get within 20 kilometers total distance. We're still left, so we need to do 245 point. Let's do 0.4. Too far to the right now. Okay, 245.2. There we go. Okay, so I think our x angle deviation is good. Let's focus now on the deviation from z. Right now we're behind the target. Actually, below the target. That's... Wait, no, z is... No. They don't ask us for... Right. I think it's below. Okay, let's just see what effect this has. Let's go up to 60. Okay, yeah, so that affects both sort of our y axis as well as the behind. Oh shit, it affected everything actually. Fuck. Okay, this is more complex then. Damn. So we're actually a lot closer doing the other way. Okay. 245.2, let's try 20. Alright, we got down to 14,000 away. Shit, so we have to have this in tune. Damn. Not good. By the way, actually, hold on. I think Something might be good here. Hold on. Radiance 4.27. Why does that always change, though? Is that the radiance of the initial shot? Maybe. Maybe we just really need to change the distance here. 35,000. No. I just don't know what they mean by radiance from the axis. I don't know, are they showing that's where the ship is, or that's where our shot went? Who the hell knows? Approximate position of explosion. Yeah. Oh, I see. We may have to map that relative. Oh, well. Are the positions in terms of kilometers? Maybe they are. It could be, in which case they're telling us... we were to the left of the target 16,000 kilometers. So we want to be X to be positive 14,000. Is that what you're telling us? No, that's not right. So I can't make that connection either. Maybe because the Z is so low that... hang on, we may need to bring this up again. Instructions here. Approximate angular deviation. A somewhat improved estimate of the location of the target. Why do they say improved location of the target? All right, so we're within, I think our PEB is within 13,000 kilometers. We need to get within 20, which is going to be challenging. Okay, distance from target 40,000. Let's go to 50,000, see how close that gets us. Okay, 25,000, closer. $75,000? Nope, further away. 60,000? $31,000. $27,000, okay, so it's less than that, maybe. Again, it's like three-dimensional, so let's go down to 25,000. No, that's too far away, okay. It's like multi-variable affected. $28. $27. Wasn't I at 40,000 before? 27 again. 569. Hey, how's it going, Pat? Ranch, another one of these. Yeah. This is less physics. This seems more just like regular sort of trig or math. We don't have to deal with velocities or anything. We're just dealing with like distances and radians and things. The problem is I just don't know what the information they're giving us really means. Like, what's the radians from the x-axis? Is that where the ship is, or that is where our shot is? I don't understand. Motherfucker. Okay, if we shot at 0 degrees, it would kill us. Maybe we should just reset this, actually. I think we should just reset this. So we do a shot, 0, 0, 0, we'll kill ourselves. Blow yourself up. Alright. Radians from the x-axis. So the x-axis is like this. The 0.6, if we actually multiply that times 1 radian, we should know what the degree is, right? You would think. So 1 radian is 57.2958 degrees. We're going to multiply that by 0.6738683. So the radians must be where the relative to where we are. Then why does it always change? I don't understand. We haven't fired on this yet, so the radians has to be relative where the target is located. That's 38.6 radians. Or excuse me, that's 38.6 degrees. Deviation from Z. So 5.9 radians. 5.972227. Gonna multiply that by 1 radian is 57.2958 degrees. That's like 342.18 degrees. Yeah, it makes sense. Now the trick becomes, what distance are we firing at? The estimated distance is 70,000 away from us. But if we do it at that distance, that's just the angle at which the shot goes. Hit! Target is non-functional. Distance of explosion from target was 10.21343 kilometers. Mission accomplished in 1 shot. Alright, there we go. We figured it out. Amazing. So it turns out, yeah, you just had to multiply the radians times the thing they were giving you, and the distance was just, you just through the distance the target was away from you back in the distance that you fired the shot, which kind of makes sense. So when I just boil it down to the pure basics, we got it in, wow, the very first shot, which the game actually said you're doing a good job if you can do it in 3 or 4, and we did it in 1. Whether that concept is repeatable, I'm not sure, but I'm just glad we got through it. It's great.